you going to be able to do everything? What are you not doing here? What are you doing here?
Doing everything but the bench. We already did the bench, but I fully plan on participating in everything else.
Connor, how much confidence were you able to gain over the last couple of years playing through some of these games, specifically the Mizzou contest comes to mind? What did you prove to yourself getting through a lot of these mountains?
I think you always gain confidence when you win, and we did a whole lot of winning in South Carolina, and something that's very memorable for me. And playing for Coach Spurrier was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Indiana wide
I took advantage
receiver
of and
Cody
learned a lot
Latimer,
from.
table 1.
Jadeveon gets knocked, by outsiders who don't necessarily know him with his questionable work ethic. What type of work ethic does Jadeveon Clowney have?
I played with him for 3 years, and I was with him behind closed doors. And I can tell you, if a team passes up on him, they're going to wish that they had him later on. They're going to regret passing up on him. I was very fortunate that he was on my team for the past 3 years.
How long did it take for you to realize on the practice field how special he was as an athlete when you got to Columbia?
The very first practice when we couldn't block him and he was tagging me and I was falling down just when he was tagging me. So I knew he was something special the very first time he walked on campus.
He probably hasn't been overlooked very often or taken down very often. Do you think it's been a new experience for him just in the offseason or during the season?
He was, with the media, criticizing every move he made. I think he was in a lose-lose situation, and I think he tried to do the best he could. But I think Jadeveon Clowney is going to be a better NFL player than he was a college player.
Just talk about your development. Where in your career did you take the largest leap?
Probably from my junior year to my senior year. I was beat up a good bit my junior year, and I had a lot of things to work on going the off-season, translating to my senior year. And my quarterback coach, Coach Mangus, and Coach Spurrier really helped me through that, and I think my production increased my senior year.
How about having those two to develop under? I know your coordinator talks about your work ethic in practice, but having those guys there every day, what does that mean to you as a quarterback?
Well, that's why I wanted to go play for Coach Spurrier, because he demands perfection. He's never complacent. He's going to get the very best out of you, and he did that.
Iowa linebacker James Morris,
For guys like
table
yourself,
3.
Taj, Aaron Murray, is there an advantage, not just to the winning you accomplished in college, but the amount of tape you guys have?
Yeah, I think, we all played for a very long time and played in really tough conferences, and we won in tough conferences. Been in very close games, played in big games, so I think that kind of translates, and it'll be interesting to see on the next level.
Three of you guys are 6'1", and there's Johnny Manziel, he's not even 6 foot.
Yeah.
Is the NFL changing?
Yeah, I think there's not a specific mold that you have to fit anymore to be an NFL quarterback. And I think, you see Russell Wilson, he's kind of proved that. He's got a shiny rock on his finger now, and he's 6 foot. So I don't think there's a prototypical quarterback size or anything like that anymore.
You've talked about how much you've won in South Carolina. Do you think that gets appreciated properly by
No, I don't think. I think people look at your individual stats more than the results that you have as a team, and this is a team game. And I think priority number one wherever you go is to win. And like I said, we did a bunch of it.
How high is the bar set in the SEC with the success of Auburn, Alabama, LSU, Florida winning national championships, where you guys finished ranked 4th in the country, and it's just like it's South Carolina? I mean, is the bar that high in the SEC that a 4th ranked team gets so?
That's expected, man. We went back-to-back seasons 11-2, and we weren't. This was our first year ranked in top 5. We finished out in the top 5, but that's expected in the SEC. That's why you want to come play in this conference, because it's the most exciting and it's got the most elite competitors and the most elite talent in that group.
What's your relationship like with Taj Boyd?
I respect Taj, and I think he has respect for me. I never really hung out with him off the field other than here and at the College All-Star Game in Greenville. But he's a good person, and he's a heck of a competitor.
As players, you guys would be able to extend plays and improvise a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that part of what you can bring to an NFL team?
Absolutely. We're both athletic players, and I think that I've shown that over the past 4 years that I'm able to extend plays when the progression or the protection breaks down. So I think that's always valuable for my kind of skill set.
What kind of teams you've talked to here so far?
I've talked to a bunch. I had some formal interviews with some teams. I met with Tampa Bay. I met with Jacksonville. a bunch of informal. I think I've met with every team except for about 7 for informal interviews. So it's been a good bit of.
Titans one of them, I guess.
Sir?
Titans one of them.
I did not talk to Titans, but I talked to him twice up in LA for the All-Star game.
And you feel like maybe you're one of the underrated quarterbacks in this draft, and what do you have to do to kind of raise your stock between now and the draft?
You know, my job is just to compete to the best of my ability, and I'm not going to worry about anything other than that. There's no pressure on me. I'm just going to come out here and do what I do best.
Did you meet with Minnesota?
I did. I met with him twice.
Was that twice here? Or?
Twice here.
So
yes.
Informal and
informal. Yeah.
What kind of feedback have you been getting from all the teams, really? They're impressive.
Well, you know, first they, I think a good bit of them congratulating me on a good career at South Carolina, and they admire my competitiveness and my toughness, and just kind of get a feel for, you know, how much I know from a football standpoint, and a little bit, you know, about my personal life.
Connor, any dialogue with St. Louis?
I have. I met with the Rams yesterday.
Formally, informally.
Informally. Yeah.
Do you anticipate running less in the NFL?
Yeah, I think that's definitely the plan. You know, I don't want to take any unnecessary hits, and you play at this level. When someone gets a hold of you, it's going to hurt a lot worse than it did in college. So I got to plan that a little bit smarter on the next level.
Do you think that'll make you stay healthier?
Absolutely, and you don't take those big hits, you're going to last much longer in the NFL.
Of the games that stick out to you in your career, the Missouri game, the one where you had to come back in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with a few months of reflection, what was that experience like?
Yeah, I've had very fortunate and very blessed to play in some big games in South Carolina. You know, the games like Clemson, big rivalry games, coming in against Missouri, being down 17-0 going in the fourth quarter and come back and win it. Finished out against Wisconsin. We played a lot of good teams, powerful teams, powerhouses, and I managed to come away with wins. And it was very fun for me and very exciting for our program.
If you could personally only give one game tape to all these scouts and offensive coaches, what would it be?
Probably be the Wisconsin game, the last one. Just the way that it ended out. Like I said, I couldn't have scripted it any better.
How's it been with Chip Smith?
It's been really good. I've known him since I've been training with him probably since
Murray
the 4th grade.
State wide receiver Walter Powell, table
You've
2.
done with Brandon Thomas and a few of the other Clemson guys as
Yeah,
well.
I've had Roderick McDowell, and
Yeah.
so they're all good people, man. Other than like, you know, what fans perceive with the Clemson, South Carolina hate. They're good people, and I enjoy being around them.
Still special that you're 3-0 against them?
Absolutely. I've never lost to Clemson, so I'll take pride in that as well.
I want to ask you about Darius down there, Darius Robinson. Have you gotten to know him?
No, I haven't really. You know, I was with Chip for about 3 weeks and then finished the rest 3 weeks with my quarterback coach, so I wasn't there a whole lot.
We met with Michael Sam earlier. How would South Carolina handle the situation that Missouri went through?
Well, he's a heck of a football player. You know, we wouldn't have treated him any differently than anybody else. He would have been a great asset to our team, and he would have helped us win ball games, which is priority number one.
As a fellow draft hopeful, what's your thoughts on everything he's having to go through here?
Yeah, you know, I feel for him just because the media, the way the media is trying to pick him apart. I think he's handling a great job. He's done a great job handling all the speculation and everything. So I'm proud of the way he holds himself and the way he handles himself on and off the field.
What sticks out to you about your interview with the Vikings?
You know, they got to know me on a personal level, and then got to get a feel for football knowledge-wise, and said that there'd be good opportunities if I were to land at that place because they had a little quarterback battle going on. So it'll be interesting in the next few weeks what's going to turn out.